Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to show you something that I think is going to make an excellent get-home bag. This is the Arsenal 5870 Tool Roll-Up Pouch. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to show you this pack today. This is a little roll-up, and it's primarily made for tools. It's made by a company called Arsenal. It's the Arsenal 5870 Tool Roll-Up Pouch. And this is the tag from it. Now there's a reason I chose this. If you guys have seen before, a couple videos back, I did a first aid roll-up, which I have over here. Now this first aid roll-up works very well. But what I want to do is incorporate something around it for, say, a get-home bag. So basically this will be inside of this. And this is huge, so I'm not worried about this fitting in there. I've already tried it. It fits perfectly. So it gives me kind of two roll-ups at once. Now, the reason I'm doing this is more for a get-home type kit. A kit you take to work maybe. A kit you'll stuff in your desk drawer. Something you can carry in a duffel bag to work, you know. You don't want a backpack or something big or obnoxious. And maybe you only work 5 miles away from home, and you know, doing it on foot, if your car isn't running or something, isn't a big deal. So, something like this, easy to carry, not screaming, you know, survival or bug out bag, and it's kind of inconspicuous. So, even if you work in a professional environment, you could bring something like this in a briefcase, stick it in your desk drawer, and no one's going to really look at it and say, ooh, what's that big, huge backpack in the corner, you know? So it's kind of low-key, kind of gray man-ish. So I'm going to go over the information on it. First of all, we'll show you the straps here. One of the reasons I chose this is I like the material. The material looked like it was a very strong material, and I'm going to put a link to this down below for my Amazon store. It's in there. It is got 25 graduated slots for various tools. It's got socket pockets on the top, along the top here. Those are little pockets that will hold basically your sockets if you're using this for tools. But I'm going to use that for other stuff. It's made of heavy-duty 1680D ballistic polymer. It won't scratch and it won't mar surfaces. So something like this is probably going to sit somewhere for a long time. All right, it's going to have things rubbing up against it. If you keep it in a duffel bag at work, if you keep it in your locker at work, whatever, it's going to get a lot of abuse. It won't tear up. It won't rip. Very, very well made. Okay. It's got a nice carry handle. It's got the buckle closure. Can't speak this morning. For easy transport. And it's lightweight. I believe it weighs 12.8 ounces total. So it's not a heavy thing to begin with. And we're not going to load it up with a ton of heavy gear, because remember, this is a get-home bag, not a bug-out bag. This is, I'm at my friend's house, I'm at work, whatever. Something bad has gone down, I got to get home. Okay? It will support me for that. It won't support me for 5 to 6 days, you know. So, the size dimensions when it's open, 28.5 inches long by 14 1/4 inches wide, and the largest pocket is 3.5 inches wide. So that'll fit most of what I need to fit in here. Now I have some of the stuff that I'm going to fit in here, but I'm going to open it up and we're going to pull the camera back a little bit and I'll give you a full view of it. And I'll show you, and I'll also talk about some of the ideas, because this isn't done yet. This is going to be a multi-part video. I'll probably do another video on it when it's fully done. But I'm going to show you some of the ideas that I'm having, and we'll put it together and show you what I got so far. So this is what it looks like rolled up. Now I know you're probably thinking, well, if you put stuff in here, it's going to fall out. That's the beauty of a roll-up. Once this gets rolled up, nothing's coming out of here because it's all going to be inside there. Now, for those of you that didn't see it, I'll give you a quick look at this. This was a roll-up I found at our Goodwill, and I won't need these anymore because I'm going to be rolling this up with this. And this is my first aid roll-up. So, this is going to live on top of this, and it's all going to roll together. Let's do it this way. Get out of there. There we go. Now, again, it doesn't have all of its tools in it yet, but you see, that's a decent compact package. That's not big for a get-home bag or a get-home kit. It's not going to be a bag. So, that's the idea. So let me move this out of the way here. Down that way. And I'll show you some of the ideas that I have for it so far. Now the first thing I'm going to do, again, I'm not going to be building shelters or starting huge bonfires or that kind of stuff with this, because I'm just trying to get home with it. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'll put a decent knife in there, but I'm not going to put a super ultra high-end expensive knife in here. I'm going to put my Syma in there. Now you guys have seen the video on this guy. Very nice knife, very compact, really cheap. And by the way, this runs, what is it, $18.42. So it's not an expensive item either. This isn't like $200 or $300. This is a simple little thing. So that's going to live up here, okay? The next thing I want to do is do my fire kit. And again, not building huge bonfires, but I may need to stop and boil some water, maybe heat something up to eat, whatever. So my fire kit is going to go in those socket pockets. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a little stove, my little alcohol stove. This is the one I made from the tiny Coke cans. And I'm going to stick it up top there. It doesn't fit fully, so I'll have to find a way to stick that in there. But this is going to go in here anyway, no matter what. I may put it on the end as a filler. I want to have this in here just for a way to heat things up. I may even make one that's a little bit shorter because I got some more cans to do it. So I may make one that's a little shorter too, and I want to fit it in there. Anyway, so that's going to go there. I got some materials, fire starting materials. They're going to go in the end here. This is very, very thick material, so there you go. That's in there. Next up, I got a UST Sparker. Again, if you guys haven't seen these are awesome little tools. I'm not going to be taking a full-size ferro rod with me because fire isn't going to be my number one priority. Getting home is. But this is how these work. You open it up, squeeze the sides, push down, makes a nice spark. They work very, very well. They let off some really hot sparks. And again, it's compact and easy. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for small, compact items for in here. Okay, to that tool there, the next tool is going to be a multi-tool. This is my Leatherman Skeletool. Again, you know, a handy little small tool for doing small things, but not a huge or very expensive item. That's going to live in there. One of my future items that I want to get is yet another. I have two of them, but I want to get another one. A Silcock key. Because this might be being used in an urban area where there are a lot of buildings with those little tamper-proof water faucets on the side of the buildings. In a real emergency, I can take a water bottle, which I always carry on me, and that's why this won't have water in it, because I always have a water bottle with me, and I can refill it from them. So that isn't pictured yet, but it's coming. Just like I'm going to have to make a shorter one of these, because I didn't realize it won't fit in there. Anyway, moving on. Next up. Again, something I probably may not use, but if I have to build a shelter, if I'm bugging out and things are really bad, if I'm trying to get back home and I have to hide, build a shelter, do something like that, comes in handy. Also handy for, you know, cutting open pieces of wood, whatever you want to do with it. Maybe building a shelter in the woods if you're in a wooded area. If you're in an urban area, this is up to you if you want to carry. Again, I'm trying to build this with my knowledge of where I live now and growing up in New York City and compare the two. So that would go in here. In New York City, I wouldn't include that because what the heck am I going to cut down? I'm not going to Central Park to go survive. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I have I forgot to bring it out here, but I have a small little thing that will hold alcohol for the smaller alcohol stove. Next up, the HydroBlue water filter. It's a dual filter system. It's got a little charcoal filter on the bottom and has a replaceable charcoal filter. And if I run across water, I can drink. So that will go in there too. I'm not going to reach all the way down there to put it in. I'll just put stuff up together. Now, as far as food and nutrition go, again, I'm not going to be stopping to cook up freeze-dried foods or MREs or anything like that. So I'm probably going to take an energy bar or an apple bar like that. A couple of Propels, because in my environment, I want the electrolytes. And if I need to replenish. And a couple of coffees if I'm doing this late at night and I'm kind of tired and need a little energy boost. And that's why I'm going to have the stove with me. And, of course, some beef jerky. These are in Walmart. You can find them the great value. I think a box of 20 is like $3 or $4 or something. Not too expensive, but that'll be good for the food. And again, all of that will fit into one of these pockets. And that's it for food. I don't want a ton of food in here to weigh me down. Next up, battery charger. Eventually I'll probably do a different one. This is a cheaper one that I found, I want to say Walgreens. Walgreens had them on sale. I think it's a 5,000 milliamp battery charger and a cable for my phone. because in a get home situation, phones may still be up. Probably they will be, and I'll want to keep my phone topped off. All right, next up. You remember these, the Shit Kitten Potty Pack. Both of these will fit right into a thing there. Very handy. What else here? A flashlight of some kind or a headlamp. I'm not sure about the headlamp. I may do the headlamp and just wrap the headlamp around everything once it's all closed up. But for now I have this Cobb LED flashlight. This I got at Home Depot. It's bright enough, okay? And I also may include some of those Cylum sticks, you know, the sticks you crack and they glow. May put a couple in here too. Well, it depends. I'd probably rather just have a flashlight on me. And because this clips, I considered it, but you know, it'll clip on your shirt or something with that pocket clip. But I think I'm going to go with a headlamp down the road, but I got to go buy it first. So for today, that's what we're putting there. And a microfiber cloth, just to keep clean, maybe to filter water, whatever. Something in there for that. Now, the items I want to add, okay, are some duct tape, and I'm going to wrap it around an old business card or something flat. You know, if you live at their casinos, you know the players cards that you put in the machine to keep track of your play so you get points. I have bunches of those that are expired and old. Wrap it up, stick it in one of the pockets. That way I've got some duct tape. So I have it here, but I haven't put it on a card yet. And again, like I said, don't forget to check back. You know, if you like this project, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing an update. A rain poncho, small portable rain poncho. You can buy those at most camp stores. They're not good for anything more than one use, but they'll work if I'm walking and I get soaking wet. I was going to put an emergency blanket in here, but I have that in the medical kit, so I don't need that. Some folding N95 masks. Again, thinking back to New York City experience, I remember some of my friends telling me people were charging like $50 for one single N95 mask. So a couple of the fold-up ones, stuff them in here. They fold flat and they open up. Pretty handy to have. Maybe a tube tent, a plastic portable tube tent, okay? Again, shelter isn't a priority, but if I can hang up a wire across a ridge line and throw my tube tent over it if I have to sleep somewhere out in the woods, at least I have something to protect me, okay? And that's about it, really. You know, I'm going to be putting some more stuff in here. I'm going to be updating it. It's going to be an ongoing project, so look for, you know, probably in a couple weeks, the completed thing to be done with the medical kit on top of it. And you got yourself an excellent little get-home kit. Really unobtrusive, really unobnoxious. You know, you're not walking in one day with a big backpack with all molly webbing all over it. You know, you got something like this that's nice and small. And you got your medical kit in it. And don't forget, too, this can be used at work. Not the knife, though. You got to love your coworkers. But this can be used at work. If your phone dies, you got a charger. You know, if you're in a building and you get locked down because there's an active shooter 6 blocks away, you got something to eat, you know. So it's kind of handy, nice to have. Medical kit goes for that too, you know, the medical kit inside. You're at work, you get a bad cut, boom, you got stuff to take care of it, you know. Anyway, that's the video for today. I will be somehow including a bottle in this. I don't know if I'll be rolling it up. I'll probably just be carrying it with me. And I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the future of this thing. I'm definitely going to be updating it and come on the hunt now for cool products for it. So I'm looking for small stuff to fit in here. And we will talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to check out our Amazon store down below. If you want to buy this or anything like it, I'll put a link to this one here, this roll-up. Our Amazon store down below has many different ones. So if you click it and you just shop and you search for tool roll-up, they're all over the place. And it helps the channel out, helps us bring you some more cool content and neat stuff. And also don't forget to check out our Thrive Life link down below. I want to do a couple more videos on Thrive. I've just been really busy with gear right now. And then we had the hurricane, so I had to get that video out. So I want to make sure that you don't forget about the Thrive stuff. They have really good freeze-dried food. And as a matter of fact, if you wanted to pack food, you can put it in a Ziploc bag and make a pre-made freeze-dried meal right in one of these little things. And I may do that. Anyway, don't forget to check out the link down below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, click like if you like the video, and stay safe and stay prepared.